In last week's episode, I went over how I prepare the boat for heavy weather sailing, and I headed out to the lake and was just getting to the point where I was ready to start sailing. So we'll pick up right there. So I start sheeting in all the sails and preparing to head upwind. So right now I'm just looking kind of at the twist and what the leech tailtails are doing. Here I'm looking up at the wind vane trying to figure out how high I can point or how close I can get to the wind. Here I tighten up my head sail because I can hear it flogging. I can't see the full length of it because it's masked by the main, but you can hear when it's flogging, and so I tighten it up. I think I mentioned last week that the peak gusts on this day were just under 30 knots. So here I'm checking the twist on the head sail and whether or not the tailtails are flying. Okay, so I lower the centerboard. So lowering the centerboard reduces the leeway that you get and helps the boat track better. So I'm still just kind of checking the tailtails and trying to see if the twist is set properly. So I take my phone holder down because it's just getting in the way. So I can see there's a little bit of a lull coming, so I decide to bear away onto a beam reach. So I start heading up again and go ahead and do a tack. So normally if I tacked from, say, a beam reach to a beam reach, I would actually start sheeting in the sail as I executed my turn up to a close hauled course and then do the tack and then be, close hauled on the new tack and then start letting out the sheet as I bear away. And you do that to maintain the boat speed as you're doing your tack in lighter winds. But in heavy winds, I just go ahead and leave the sail where it's at because I've got plenty of speed. And what you don't want to do is be on your new tack and, if something jams or if the boat bears away further than you thought, then you don't want to have your mainsail sheeted in too tight because, it can cause a lot of heeling or even a capsize. So I continue back across the lake in the other direction, and the winds are definitely picking up. And so even on a beam reach, the boat is heeling pretty good. Right here the boat is overpowered by a gust, and so I head up to get her back on her feet. So I decide to let out the head sail a little bit and bear away a little more. And so now I'm on a broad reach. So here I'm just catching my breath. Bearing away onto a downwind course is a nice way to really calm things down. And that's because the boat is moving with the wind, and so the apparent wind speed becomes lower than the true wind speed. And so I head into the Marina Cove, and the winds start picking up again. And so now I'm moving really good, but I'm running out of space, so I need to do a tag. So I tack the boat. And again, I didn't sheet in the main as I was doing my tack like I normally would. So now heading back across the lake out of the Marina Cove. And I'm beam reaching here, but I've got the mainsail way, way out because the mainsail is the main contributor to heeling. Alright, so things settle down a little bit as I'm heading across. So I go ahead and tack. So back onto basically a beam reach with the mainsail sheeted out quite a bit. So back into the Marina Cove and into the no wake area. And I got to do another tack. So I sheet in the headsail pretty hard, but I leave the mainsail out again just to reduce some of the heel and keep the boat on her feet. There's a big bubble forming in the luff of the mainsail, and that's from the air that's coming off the jib hitting the backside of the mainsail. It's called backwinding, and it is a way to depower your mainsail. Just shooting some video. So here's what that looks like. So I ended up going ahead and doing another tack. And then heading back across the lake once again. And so got a little lull and just heading back across the lake on a beam reach. So at this point I can see the next big set of gusts coming, and I decide to head up into it. traffic, just making sure my way is clear. There's not a lot of boats out here. Starting my next tack. So sailing higher up into the wind, you get a lot more heeling. And so I bear away a little bit. I'm having trouble releasing that head sail, so I go ahead and sheet the main out a little bit more so the boat doesn't heel when I reach over there and release the cam cleat. So now I'm on a beam reach again, and it is a little more calm. So I decide I've had my fun for the day and go ahead and go hove to and start taking down the sails. And normally I would go into the Marina Cove to take down the sails, but when the winds are really heavy, the boat drifts more, so I need a little more space, and so I did it kind of almost in the middle of the lake. So now I have to motor back into the Marina Cove, and of course the winds start picking up again. So fun little ride back to the Marina Cove, and then when I get to the Marina Cove, I catch a nice lull, so perfect timing, and so I'm able to approach the slip with not too bad of a wind. And it's coming straight from the stern. So I catch my dock line that I leave on the dock and put that on the horn cleat, and then the wind is pushing me from the stern, so that basically pushes me into the dock, and then I just have to secure my bow line. So as soon as I get her tied up, the winds start picking up again. Really good timing on the arrival at my slip, and a really good day of sailing. So as always, I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.